Okay, we're going to be learning about formatting a document and how to address different issues that may come along the way when you are trying to format. So here in your Google Classroom, I've shared with you this document that has a lot of gibberish at the top, which is called Lorem Ipsum, and it's just basically letters that look like words in paragraphs, but that we can manipulate without actually reading anything. So we're going to talk about first the alignment, and most people got most of them right. We know that this left alignment is the default, so everything is nice and straight on the left. Now, if we want to center something, we are going to select it, whatever it is that we want to center. Typically a paragraph, a whole paragraph would not be centered, but this is what it would look like if it were, where it's not straight on either end, but rather centered. And sometimes things look better if they're right aligned. And maybe just if you were formatting a special document of some sort that you wanted to give it a little bit different look, but that's not very typically used as well. The one I like to use that many students did not understand what I was talking about when I asked you to justify alignment, and that is right here. Nice and straight on both ends. You will see this type of formatting in books, in magazines, newspapers, so it gives it a nice clean look. I like to use this when I'm typing formal letters to someone and I want it to look real professional looking. I like to use justified alignment. So that's talking about the alignment tools. Now I'm just going to address the font and font size briefly because most people understood that you select what it is, and if I said the entire document, you would do Control A to select all, or whatever section you are working with. But right now I'm just going to select these two paragraphs, and you can change the font to whatever it is that you're being asked. So check them out. We'll go to Comic Sans, and size-wise as well, you can change it to any listed here. What stumped some students, though, was that I asked you to change font size to 16, and there's no 16. However, if I just type in 16, let me do that again, because it'll work. 16 and enter, now we have it size 16. So it is possible. I'll take it down to size 10. That looks good enough. And as far as coloring certain words, I asked you to highlight OSU and make it red. You all did very well with that. And Baldwin Wallace College, I asked you to find that and make it orange. The one thing that you might not have known is that I said all Ohio State, all OSUs, you should make red. And some students did not realize that if you do a Control F up here, you can find things. For example, I'll just do ET because I see it there a lot. And now tells me that there's 22 just ETs. And that's a really nice tool to use if you are looking for something in the text, and then that would find all your OSUs. There is also, and I did not ask this in the pre-test, but you can also select certain words or phrases, and maybe you don't want to change the text color, but you just want to highlight it, perhaps in a yellow. Now you can see that it's a light colored yellow or whatever color you wanted. Those were handled pretty well. However, most of the things that students did not understand was how to use a header or footer and the page number. So I'm going to talk about that real quickly. Under the insert menu, it's whatever you're adding to. Another word for insert, you're adding. So we're going to go to insert, And let's start with the header. So we're going to come down to here, find the header, and that means it will be on the top page of every single page of your document. So if you have a 5-page document, it's going to be on all 5 pages, unless, of course, you click this button and say you want a different first page header. But otherwise, what I asked was for you to have your name, date, and period. And let's make this third period. And we'll close out of that. And let's go down here. And sure enough, it's on my second page, and as many pages as there would have been. So we're good with that. Now we're going to add a page number. So we're going to add it, go under Insert, and look for the page number. And you'll see that there's different variations. You can put it at the header, top of the page, header at the top of the page, not including the first page if you have a cover sheet, or in the footer. And I asked you to put it in the footer, which is at the bottom of the page. So I'm going to click there, add that, and close out of it. And sure enough, on the second page it's 2, first page it's 1. So we're good. I'm going to move that on up over here. Okay, so we have 2 pages right now. We've added a header, we've added a footer. And now we're going to go on to some of the other things that maybe were a little confusing to some students. We'll start off with this one right here. Now, I've copied this right off the internet, 5 Seconds of Summer, Amnesia Lyrics, and because I copied it right off the internet, you will see that it also took with it the hyperlink. Now, if I want to remove that hyperlink, we're just going to click Simply Remove. Okay, that took care of that. Now, if you're in Microsoft Word, you would actually have to right-click and remove the hyperlink. There'd be a Remove Hyperlink. So we're going to make sure that's okay. Now, we can also fix this up. There's another link. We're going to remove that. Let's see if there's any other links here. Sometimes just click around. Let's see if we can clear this formatting. If we press clear formatting here, it automatically took off the highlighting that was up in here and the text color. So that took care of that. And now we can address our font sizes if we wanted it all to be the same font size, and so on that way. If we want to undo that, notice Control Z. Nice way to remember, helpful. If you don't remember, you can click on the tools, but it always tells you there. And many of the shortcuts are similar in Google Docs as they are in Word, but there are occasionally some differences. Okay, so we got that. Okay, next we're going to move on here and see, oh, sure enough. And if you could even tell that this would look differently, notice the font color is differently, that's usually a sign that it's hyperlinked. So let's remove that as well. Okay, so we know how to remove hyperlinks. Now, if you wanted to add a hyperlink, you could simply select whatever it is you want to hyperlink, and let's say you want to link that. And it's going to give you some suggestions here just because of what it was, but let's just see if we can link it to our class website. Now, because we're going to use it, I'm going to add the HTTP, and then we know it's tinyurl.com/Mrs. Z Lit 6. And we're going to apply that. And now let's see if we click on it, better work. There we go. There we go. So we know that. So now you know how to add a link as well as remove it. Okay, we're going to challenge you here, and you're going to notice that I've got song genres and a grocery list, 2 completely different things. I would like you to try to take the song genres And I'd like you to bold, underline it, change the font size to something larger, and then use a numbered list to rank your favorite song genres. So you can pause me, do it, and then come back and check. Okay, you're back, and let's see, we're going to make this bold and underlined. Oh, let's just make it maybe a size 14. And now we're going to see about how we can do making it into a numbered list. Did you do this? Click to find the numbered list. Well, there's one. We've got pop, classical, country, rap, and jazz. All right. If I hit enter, we've got 2. Click my cursor. Enter. 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 Now, I've got them listed. They might not be in my favorite order, though. So let's see if I'm going to put country. Country's been my favorite lately. So I can Control X or cut that. Now watch what happens when I paste it or Control V. Rock is now going to become number 2 when I hit enter. I can always delete that, and now it kept it all. It's a good idea to capitalize lists. If you're in Microsoft Word, it capitalizes it for you automatically. Another one of those differences. But you can fix that up, and you can change your list to the order that you like best. I'm going to go back, hit enter, and delete, uppercase that. Here we go. So let's say that was my list of favorite songs. Next, I'm going to ask you and challenge you to fix this grocery list, but I'm going to ask you to use use a bulleted list, but have some sub-bullets. So you'll notice that there's milk, but there's chocolate and skim. I'd like each of those to be underneath the milk. And same with the cereal, snacks, and meat. See what you can do. Pause me, and then check to see if you're right. Okay, let's do it. Let's make this bold and underlined so we know it's a list. Now we're going to select all of the items in our grocery list. I asked you to make it bullets. Now, if we want subcategories, all we need to do is tab. And now they become underneath. Well, here, cereal, we've got Fruity Pebbles and Cheerios. If I hit enter, it becomes a solid one, so I just need to press my tab key, and that takes care of that. Were you able to do that? I bet you were. Okay, we're going to tab in there. Chips, a subcategory. Crackers, got our meats. Some would maybe argue that bologna might not be a meat, but it is. Okay, so we've got that, so it's easy, a little bit easier to read. Let's move on down to see how it looks right there. Great, so let's say we wanted a new category. You're going to add maybe the category of, oh shoot, let's see. All right, we're gonna do dairy. So I'm gonna hit enter, but we've got a problem here because I don't want my dairy to be under meats. So we need to learn this tool up here, and that is, if you look at, you can see a little arrow there, decrease it, and now I can write dairy products. And well, we got milk up there, so I think I'll just add ice cream and cheese. So there you have it. Or we could simply we could cut this out as well. Do Control X, delete that. Let's see if we do Control V here, we've got milk in that another subcategory right there. So that's a great use of bullets, learning these tools to increase and decrease. What did we use to increase it? We pressed the tab key. So either way, that'll work. All right. Good luck and enjoy the next assignment.